Welcome to another episode of Trim and True, Barbershop Chronicles, where every cut comes with a story. Today we're blending clippers with culture and beats with business. In the chair, we got DJ Easy Money, also known as Nap King Cole, a barber and DJ who has built his name off of precision, presence, and keeping the city moving. Sitting in front of him is Whitney Jones, the creative mind behind Audio Gumbo and SlowDrag.co, a builder of spaces where music, vibes, and community come together. In this episode, we'll talk about the grind behind the glow, what it means to create a safe space throughout the sound and culture, and what it means to create safe spaces through sound and culture, and how a fresh cut can power up your confidence before you ever hit the stage or the room. This is Trim and True, cuts, culture, and slow drags. Let's get into it. Back at it again for another episode of Trim and True. I got the one, the only DJ Easy Money in the chair.
That's
how you doing, my guy?
Doing excellent, brother. How are you?
Doing good. So how did you get the name DJ Easy Money?
So I got the name DJ Easy Money. I didn't choose the name. The name definitely found me. I never even decided that I was ever gonna be a DJ. I just started collecting vinyl, started exploring music, and the art of DJing came so naturally and so easy to me. I think that's, and my name is Ernest, so there's an E.
Okay.
There's an E, and you know what I'm saying? I think the money part has, you know, a lot to do with reminding me to always demand my money, because
people forget that part.
I just love doing it, and you know what I'm saying? I'll forget the money. And
oh, absolutely.
I can't, you know, so the money is in the name, so I can't ever forget the money.
So, in that whole dynamic, because we are sitting in a barbershop, right? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Because we're sitting in a barbershop, but were you a DJ first or a barber first?
So, all right, interestingly enough, my first love was art, visual art, painting, drawing, designing, and that's why I opened, when it was time for me to open a spot, I opened a grooming gallery instead of a barbershop, because the art had to be a part of what I was doing in my creative expression and in my business model. You know what I'm saying? So DJing came more recent. Like I'm literally in this, you know, good season stage of life when I discovered this new talent, gift, passion. And yeah, so I've only been doing that the last 4, going on 5 years.
What piece of vinyl or art magnetized you and drew you towards the turntable? Like, you know, the first time that needle hits that record, what was the first record you played?
First record was Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. And that I would play like kind of a lot in my first conceptual space. Shout out to Classic Film Studios. So when I first was dreaming this whole spot up, it was during COVID, and I was working in the back of a film production studio, and they let me, you know, build this whole little set and design it, you know, so it was literally like Ernie's in the Cut, but just a micro version, 1 chair, 3 walls, you know what I'm saying? But it was lit, and I had a vinyl player in there, and I would always play records back there, and that Marvin What's Going On would just create such a mood in the spot, you know what I'm saying? So I think once I started spinning for real, like playing out for people, performing for crowds, I enjoy taking people like through this time travel, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to the 60s, man.
Yo,
60s
man, and for something to come out so long ago and still have such, you know, cultural relevance now.
Right now.
Like Marvin had his crystal ball out.
Right.
When he was in the studio, for real, you know what I mean? Like, It all hits. And even looking around this space, which, you know, like, the more you stare at the walls and the things around, it's just so many stories that are told within the pictures, and so many pieces that, like, you know, stoke memories with me. I looked at the wall, I saw the Uptown Saturday Night VHS cover
come on
at
now.
that, and it brought me to Camp Low. I was like, right before we hit action, it was like, this is it. Why, you know, like,
Right. Yes,
like, you
yes.
know, what was the centerpiece that you built everything around, like that first thing that was the nucleus of, where you added everything?
So initially, this space was decorated with my actual paintings. I had original art in here, and the spot got broken into.
Oh man!
And yeah, they stole art. It was an art heist essentially. So and rebounded from that, we installed my man Lurch's photography series. So all these portraits are done by my shopmate and partner, and these are clients of his that he's photographed after their
Yo, a lot of familiar faces on the wall. I see
yeah,
Brother David
pretty
Ben over
iconic.
there.
Yeah, man.
My guy who be managing the artist, he on the small joint over there. Jay Wise.
Jay
Shout
Wise,
to
that's
him.
right. Yeah. So, but to answer your question, the original piece that I built things around was here. I had what I call the struggle bar, and and there was like a desk, like a salon front desk, real nice receptionist desk that we used as a DJ booth. And that clock, when I put that clock up here, that whole wall, that collage was not there. It was just a blank wall with this clock. And then, we built this stand and, the vinyl shelf. When things got serious, it was like, it was time to upgrade.
Got you.
And then that's when the collage came in. But, the clock and the African mask were kind of the nucleus pieces.
I feel that, man. I feel like that clock got a story, you know what I'm saying? Even though the hands don't move, I feel like there's probably something real significant about the time it landed on, too,
Yeah, it's 420, baby.
Okay, cool. Good detective work, you know what I'm saying?
Always 420 in this thing.
Yo, and even with the art heist, you don't really hear a lot about art heist in Atlanta. I wish that would have got the same coverage that the Louvre got when they broke into the Louvre a couple months ago. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, because there were some very, very valuable pieces that were taken. And it was just like, it was a major setback, but here we are. You know what I'm saying? Resilient, strong, knocking it down.
Hey man, back man. So like even in the the barber space, the grooming space.
Yes.
Were you one of those people who started cutting your friends in school first, or did you do this like post high school and college life?
No. I was the guy. So I have 35 years in the game. So I was the guy definitely cutting my friends' hair at school. I began cutting my own hair when I was probably about 13 years old. I got the clippers from my mom. Shout out to moms. And I just started experimenting on myself. But I was a natural. I was already nice. And I guess it came from the art talent. You know what I'm saying? But I went to school and people was like, yo, your haircut look good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I did it myself. They like, man, come on, bro, stop lying. You didn't do that. I'm like, yeah, I did it myself. So, it just kind of ended up trickling down, through the homies. My cousin, who was like a star athlete at the time, you know what I'm saying? Dirty Ray, shout out Raymond, man. So I started cutting them, and then it just grew, and it just snowballed. And yeah, I would just have like lines of people at my mom's crib because she let me cut in the basement. You know what I'm saying? So like it would just be like the spot, and I think that's how the essence of Ernie's ended up being available here today. You know what I'm saying? Because she just encouraged that entrepreneurship, and gave me a platform to do it in.
Man, I love to see it, man. Because there's very few rooms that you walk in and you feel energy in it. You know what I mean? Like, and this is the second time I've ever been in here, but the first time I walked in, I was like, whoa. I hear my man Reef. I'm like, bro, we got to do something here. It got the vibe, it got the feng shui, and most importantly, it got the energy. So me getting the backstory from you about how a lot of this was intentional, even the rebuild was like super duper dope, man. So balancing DJing and barbering, like, I mean, because I imagine this takes up a good, portion of your time during the day, and like, do you like actually like DJ in the outside world as well, or you just do all your DJ work here?
So I do DJ. I spin out at different spots, and I balance it pretty well, man, because I treat my my space like a gallery. So it's kind of 9 to 5 hours on the grooming side, and that doesn't interfere with anything I want to do outside. But I also attract a lot of events here because it's just I have this incredible vinyl library collection, and we have two DJ booths, what I'm saying, like plenty of space for people to be able to curate, their own custom experiences,
Dope.
and I mean, it's like anything you can name, from yoga classes to comedy shows. The vinyl just adds that extra element to an event that just makes it special and intimate, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's something to the fact that like you can like see it and touch it. You know what I mean? Like the
Right.
digital thing is like, okay, it's there. You have access to probably everything that's in here on your phone, but to be able to like pick up a album cover, look on the back, see who they thanked, see who produced track 7, like
Right.
it's such a lost art, man.
It is, man. I mean, the tangible artifact that it provides for a true music fan or collector or enthusiast, you know what I'm saying, is just like, it's priceless, you know? Yeah, so I look forward to being able to, pass along the passion, you know what I'm saying? I have 2 daughters, shout out Taryn and Nalani. So, Taryn just turned 30. Wow. And Nalani, twin is, she's 4, but for Taryn's 30th birthday, I got her the 2 Chainz vinyl autograph.
Oh, the new one with the True Religion,
the True Religion joint. So she definitely loved that. So I'm thinking, she might end up being a whole collector.
Just planted a seed.
Inherit some things.
Hell yeah. It ages you, mentally. You be in advanced classes.
Right. 2
Chainz pretty smart. So what's the craziest thing you've ever experienced as a barber?
Ooh. Oh man. The craziest thing.
I mean, because there's a lot that comes with this business, like not only from like just dealing with the top of people's heads, people asking for things that's unachievable, people that may come through that door, like, selling miscellaneous items that you didn't know you needed, but hey, why not? I do need a helicopter part.
Man, one of the craziest things I experienced as a barber was I was working in the same neighborhood at Killer Mike's swag shop. Shout out Mike. And we were in the middle of some type of event. I believe it was a back to school event of some sort. But ultimately, I'm cutting hair, and I was working in the front chair. I mean, the first chair that you come into when you walk in the spot, window seat. That was me. So this sister in the struggle finds her way into the front little entrance of the shop, and she thinks that this is a good place for her to light her crack up.
Oh. She
had a crack pipe, pulled that thing out, and was getting ready to smoke some dope right there.
So who had to be the bearer of bad news in that situation?
So I peeped it before. I don't think anybody else really peeped it before I peeped it. You know what I'm saying? I peeped it, and I quickly, scurried over and, got her on up out of there.
The confidence. I mean, it is crazy when you have a place that makes people feel that at home. you know? It's very rare, but wow, like that's unique.
Yeah, as I like my blunt.
Everybody got their thing, right?
Right, man. But yeah, that was one of the craziest things that I've ever experienced.
Yo, and the ill thing, right? You know, DJs, they make blends. Barbers make blends. Which blend do you prefer?
Oh.
You can only do one blend for the rest of your life. The barber blend or the DJ blend, which one is DJ Easy Money picking?
Oh, that is a tough question, man. I gotta go poly on that, yo. I gotta have them both, man. They both gotta be my ladies, man. Sorry, I'm keeping them.
Ain't nothing wrong with time sharing them, man. For real, for real. Yo, I mean, so you also built this brand called Napkin Cold.
Nap King Cold.
Nap King Cole, obviously play off of the legendary Nat King Cole. What's that all about?
Well, Nap King Cold, Nap King Cold comes from my original alias, Nap Turner. I just, you know what I'm saying? There's just certain guys that I see that I admire throughout history, you know what I'm saying, that I identify with their actual spirit and style, you know, and Nat King Cole, Nat Turner, they're both people who I look up to in that way, you know what I'm saying? Because they're just iconic, classic men of their time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That did great things and, you know, just really changed certain stigmas altogether, you know, almost single-handedly. So, you know, that's where the just play on words comes from, you know what I'm saying? But it's just another, it's just kind of like an alter ego, you know what I'm saying?
And real quick, fun fact, Nate Parker made an incredible Nat Turner, not documentary, but film called Birth of a Nation that everybody need to go see. They kind of played him when it came out, you know what I'm saying?
I remember that, yes.
Yo, he was Jonathan Majors before Jonathan Majors was Jonathan Majors, you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy how you get this, you see people get ran through the ringer kind of the same way Nat Turner did. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, and it seems like Jonathan is on his way back in some degree, but it's like, man, like, you know, like, man, let's be great. Let's be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, when people come in here and sit in your chair and just be in your energy, everything you created around you, what do you want people to feel?
I want them to feel empowered. I want them to feel, you know, seen. I want them to feel elevated, inspired, you know, enlightened even, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, a lot of times people are getting turned on to new music in here that they ain't never heard of. It's just like blowing their top. It like happens all the time.
Is it more young heads getting exposed to the classic things that they weren't aware of, or is it more like older heads getting put on the things they might have just missed? Okay.
Some everybody's getting everything. And that's a beautiful thing. It's a crossroads of community connection, you know, commerce, culture. It meets here, you know what I'm saying? People meet all kind of opportunities here. And, you know, it's like, it can only happen here. I want people to feel like, okay, I visited a rare gem where I felt safe and I felt at home and I felt like I was cared for, taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I pride myself and my business on, is taking care of the community, taking care of people.
You know, and that's a dope thing too, because, you know, we as men, we don't really get pampered, you know, in life. Because, you know, we got to go out and do the things, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking anything away from women, but, like, you know, women do take self-care days. You never hear too many guys be like, I'm going to take a self-care day. I'm going to go, you know, I'm going to do something to my face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really hear it say that much. And, like, the barbershop is truly one of the few places that we could pull up on, have conversations that we might not be able to have with people in the outside world, and just be have our guard down.
Right,
You know,
right.
how do you deal with absorbing all that energy? Because, like, you know, sometimes, you know, even though they're not your problems, but the weight of knowing what other people are going through, sometimes, you know, you could take it out that door with you. Do you have any difficulty, like, you know, leaving that in here, or does it come with you as well?
Man, that's a great question. So I feel like men definitely need to take a page out of the women's book when it comes to, you know, just committing to and prioritizing their self-care. We don't have to necessarily have a beauty regimen per se, uh, but you know, getting groomed on a regular basis is like a woosah.
Yeah.
It's a woosah that, you know, we all need, you know, because we do carry extra weight. We're built for it, but we also are very human. So we're just as delicate and fragile as the next person mentally. You know what I'm saying? Um, so keeping that in mind, one thing I do is I I keep the energy flowing up out of here. You know, this isn't a place for any stagnant or, you know, oppressive energy to rest in. It can't stay here. It's gotta, you know, it's gotta go. So so, you know, you know, I do my breath work, my, you know, meditation. I do my yoga. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Mary.
What's your favorite yoga
French.
pose?
Um it's a it's called the star pose. It's
Okay.
like, yeah, it's like a, you know, it's like you're just totally open all the way up, you know, to
Is it a standing pose or?
yeah,
Okay.
it's a standing pose. Yeah. And you're, you know, you're essentially just, your hips are open, your heart is open. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you are fully opening yourself up, you know what I'm saying, to receive that power from the universe.
I'm a big advocate of yoga, man. I used to walk around all tightly wound because, you know, you go work out, you don't do none of the stretching.
Right,
you know,
right,
so
right,
you,
right.
You like C3PO walking around out here, you know what I mean? Like, yoga's clutch, man, especially once you cross that 30-year-old mile marker, man.
Right.
It's necessary, you know, things that need to happen there. You know, so, like, you know, when everything's all said and done, right? What do you, like, if people were to describe you in a sentence, what would you perceive that sentence would be?
I think, man, it might be a long sentence for some people, and
Well, well-placed
it might
commas, you can
vary,
keep the
you
sentence
know.
going.
But yeah, it might vary. But you know, it's wild, man. Last night I was thinking about an idea for a project, a community art project, where, you know, the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I was thinking about if I collectively got 30 people to contribute. I don't know what the math equation was for, you know, to collect 1,000 words from 30 people, but ultimately, I just thought that would be a really dope project to embark on. And
33.3 words per person.
yeah, I knew it was something like that. Yeah, yeah. So,
Word.
so yeah, I plan to do that. Actually, I'm gonna execute that, and, you know, who knows? I might live in a high museum one day. But I would say that sentence would be, he was a fun-loving, outgoing, lovable, passionate, creative being.
Fair enough. And I can tell that's true because your plants are alive. Like, you don't know too many bad people who have living plants.
Right.
You can tell how good a person based on how their plants are thriving. I don't know how old this one is, doing well. That one over there, I thought it had holes in the leaves. No, it's polka dots. You have unique plants. That one over, you take care of people and plants like they're the same because we're all living, we're all alive, and that speaks volume. It's the little things, man. So, Easy Money.
Appreciate that.
I appreciate the convo. We got your powerful client, Miss Whitney Jones, in the building. I want to holler at her for a second. I want to holler at y'all together.
Word.
All right, cool, man.
That.
Thanks for keeping it trim and true with us, my brother.
Man. Thank you, King.
Welcome into the chair, trim and true. We have the one, the only, the Miss Whitney Jones. How you doing, Queen?
I'm doing great.
It's not very often that we get to get the queens in the chair in the client space.
Yeah.
So how did you and DJ Easy Money connect?
Well, I actually met him through my hairstylist. She's been doing my hair for almost 20 years. I typically wear my hair in an afro. And about 4 years ago, I decided that I wanted to cut all my hair and get me like a little tight fade. And Anna was like, I would do it, but I got somebody that would really kill it. And so she recommended me to Ernie, and we've been locked in since then.
Yo, the fact that you call him by his government name speaks volumes on the connectivity that you guys have. Because you don't even call it by the street name. Let me get it together. And so I'm trying to pick up a dialect. I can't quite read it. Where are you from originally?
Not nobody know. I was born in New Orleans. But me and my mother moved to the Atlanta area when I was 3. So I grew up in Stone Mountain and Lithonia.
Okay. What's some crazy Stone Mountain Lithonia stories?
Some crazy Stone Mountain Lithonia stories. It's, I will say, I think there's a misconception about Lithonia that is, nice and quiet and easy, and it is. But it can get kind of live out there, Phillips Road, be hot. There's a lot going on over there. But for the most part, it's really, family-oriented type space. When you're from South DeKalb County, you know a lot of the same people. We go through a lot of the same businesses. So, a lot of my friends, that I've met growing up, we're still friends. We still close. So, yeah. So, Lithonia, shout out to them.
Love that, yo. It was crazy because when Childish Gambino came out with that song, Lithonia, it's the most un-Lithonia thing I've ever heard. I was trying to find the points of reference, mention how far it is from everything else. It's nah.
So, for us, I think that really it was Outkast that kind of, shouted out Lithonia in the biggest way. The 86 Lithonia headed to Decatur, So that's what we like to claim. Childish Gambino's cool though.
Yeah, facts. Cause
he's Stone Mountain.
Yeah. Cause I remember he came out with that mixtape called Stone Mountain, back in the single-digit 2000s or right in the early double-digit 2000s. Okay, it's always dope to be seen. And that's another thing about Atlanta's music culture. If you don't live in Atlanta, when you're listening to artists like Outkast and Goody Mob and you hear them make these references, or even Young Jeezy, call me Jeezy Hamilton coming down the first time I passed Campbellton Road on 285, I'm like, oh, that's what because I had no idea. I thought he was talking about a dude. My man Campbellton standing outside, he sounds like a very proper chap with a little monocle, slinging that white. That's snow. But it was a whole street out here. So you are a jackstress of all trades. You do quite a few things. One of the things you do is this thing called audio gumbo and the slow drag. Yeah. Tell us about those.
So first audio gumbo, years ago, I had a music blog. So I love music. So it started out as a music blog where I would talk about underground music, hip hop, soul, R&B, funk, jazz. And so I just love the name Audio Gumbo because it was an amalgamation of all the music that I just loved and grew up on. So I wanted to bring that into my event production. And so Slow Drag is my premier event. It's a 70s slow jam dance party. Oh. Yes. It's very fly. Very Black.
When was the last one?
The last one was September.
Okay.
So typically we do it every third Saturday. And Slow Drag just came out of my own selfish desires. Like, I love 70s music, and I wanted to be able to go somewhere where I can hear 70s slow jams and like slow dance with a fine man. And every time I would ask somebody, like, where is this spot that I'm kind of desiring? People would be trying to send me to Bigelow's and Ellery's, and nothing wrong with either one of those. But the demographic is a little older.
Okay.
Like, my mama goes to Ellery's, you know. So I wanted to find some place that, you know, catered more toward millennials, my generation, folks who have grown up on the music but never really got an opportunity to be a part of it as adults. And so that's where Slow Drag came from. And also there was just a lot of discourse, especially online, between like Black men and Black women that felt very contentious. And I wanted to have a space where we could feel safe, we could be vulnerable with each other, and soft and intimate. And that's where Slow Drag.
It's so unique. I mean, because like one, like because the name Slow Drag is such a classic name. Like, you know, like it's not something you hear a lot of people drop a lot of times. And then usually you don't hear slow jams until they're trying to make you leave.
Yeah.
So to have a whole thing based off of what would typically be the last song of the night. So what's a song that gets played at Slow Drag, no matter what time of the night it is, that we're like, yo, everybody is like,
There are a few of
zipper
them.
to zipper.
Yeah. There are a few of them. Definitely Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Like Reasons or something?
Reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Reasons is a big one. Lenny Williams, Cause I Love You. Yeah, that one gets the crowd. Like, also, like, you know, we get some songs that people are not that familiar with, which I love. I love a deep cut. You know, I've always encouraged the DJs that come through, like, play something that you've always wanted to play. Like, not necessarily something that everybody knows, but just something that you really, you know, are fond of. So I love when people come with, you know, their open minds. A great one that I've heard was Phyllis Hyman, The Night Bird. And so, like, people don't really hear that one too often. So it was always a great opportunity to have this platform to let DJs kind of like do their own thing.
That's dope.
Now, you know, a lot of times, you know, we talk about like how AI has affected different aspects of industry, right? So let's just say if a DJ shows up with a record you ain't never heard before, it's a bad Slow Drag record though, like a baby was made that night. But then you later find out it was AI. How do you feel about that?
I'm gonna be pissed. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed because, well, especially because the music that we play at Slow Drag is from the 70s. Like, that is a requirement.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to hear anything past 79. Like, every once in a while, we might touch on like little 80, 81, because a slow jam that I absolutely love is Ebony Eyes. And that's like 81. So we'll let that slide. But, you know, if the music is 70s and you come in here with something from AI, like, clearly, one, it's not from the 70s, and then it's not authentic, it's not real. There's no soul. Like, we want to play soul music. We're celebrating soul music. We're celebrating live music, live instrumentation. And so to come in and like play us like that was really wild. You know, like, we may groove to it in the moment, but to find out that it's been that is artificial, like, that just wouldn't sit well with me.
Have you ever had to call a DJ out? Like maybe they came in and played the barge, I call your name. It's like, yo, that was 81.
Yes, yes, we have actually. We have actually. We've had a DJ play music from the 90s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and my music director, shout out to Lady Marauder, she had to just, you know, give him a little tap on the shoulder, like, you got one more time.
Wow. So we have a 2-strike rule as opposed to a 3?
Listen, because now you just playing. You playing around. Like, why are you playing, you know, Sade?
But she got them songs.
She does. But we have places for that. We have space for that. So we also do another event called the Jerry Curl. And so that's 80s music, you know. So, you know, we can get some of those 80s Sade hits off and the barge, you know what I mean? So yeah, we've created spaces where we can kind of promote those.
I want to come to every event you do.
Oh, they're offline.
I'm locked in. I'm definitely locked in. So you definitely have amazing taste in music. Your personal style is amazing too. As soon as you came in the door, like just even like from the hair, you know what I'm saying? It just, you know, it says so much about a person when they walk in. How much energy do you put into putting together your personal style? Or you just kind of just let the synchronicity of it all work it out?
Yeah, well, so my personal style ethos is comfort, you know, comfortably cute. So that's really kind of how I move when I'm, you know, getting dressed. I want to be comfortable first and foremost. And then I like to infuse some of my personality. Like I love music, so I love, you know, like shirts, hoodies that are kind of themed with some type of music. So, you know, Andre Outkast is like one of my favorites of all time. So that's kind of how I lead with my style, but comfort is key.
Got you.
Comfort is definitely key.
Pivoting backwards real quick, you know, talking about the two brands that you put together. Now with Audio Gumbo, you said it started as a blog.
Mm-hmm.
Does the blog still exist?
No.
Was it social media that helped, you know, kind of bring it down a peg? Because I know a lot of like blogs that I used to frequent a lot, like blogs like this one site called Turbo City used to be my jam. And then, you know, as some of these Instagram and all these other things became popular, like they just took their foot off the gas a little bit.
Yeah, for me, it wasn't so much social media. It was just, you know, personal things that were happening in my life. You know, at the time that I was running the blog, I was unemployed. So it was really, you know, a way for me to have this outlet while I was looking for work. Because when I was in high school, my dream was to be a music journalist, you know, like Sonia Murray from the AJC, Dream Hampton from the Vibe, you know. So because I wasn't working, I figured this was a great time for me to kind of explore that. But then I got a job.
That changes a lot. Because I used to blog, right? And then as soon as they added Dish Nation to my workload, I didn't have time because I was literally on air, like blogging, like, you know, and posting things and doing all the things. And just like, sometimes you just need that one change in your life to like, it just ruins the whole machine that you had going. It's like, I'll get back. Maybe I'll post on weekends. No, but then you live in. And then even putting together Slow Drag, like how long did it take for that to become like a popular thing or a thing to where it's like, okay, we got it. It's cruise control now, kind of almost.
So I started Slow Drag February of 2020. So it was right before the pandemic. And so when I did that event, the feedback it was just amazing. And then the pandemic hit and it was a lot of uncertainty. Like, am I going to go back to this? Is it something that we'll be able to bounce back from? So 2021, we were able to have a Juneteenth event. And again, the feedback was great. By 2022, we were kind of rolling every month. And so once I was able to increase the frequency and the consistency, it was just able to flow, you know, really seamlessly. So now we are almost 6 years in and it's pretty much a well-oiled machine. Like it just kind of does its thing. I love the fact that people are still finding out about it. I appreciate an organic type of growth. So I feel really blessed that I can, you know, just kind of step back and let it, you know, grow as it needs to.
Love that for you, yo. When you think back about like, you know, when you was a kid, right? You know, like 90s baby?
I was born in 85.
That's what's up. So 80s baby. What was your favorite hairstyle growing up in the 80s?
Oh man. Okay. So I was a little girl and I mostly wore my hair like I had pressing curls. Like that was my style. Up until like 7th grade.
Really?
I didn't get my first relaxer till I was in the 7th grade. So it was pressing curls all day.
You ever do the Jerry curl?
No, never had a Jerry curl. Never had a Jerry curl.
You dodged a bullet.
My family with a Jerry curl.
I think it was almost like having a drug addict in the family. We all knew someone during that, but I was one of those somebodies.
Oh, I love to see that.
I had the white and blue bottle.
Do you have pictures?
None that I'm proud of. For me, it never would take, I would look fresh as hell first day or two. By day 3, it just looked like I needed to comb my hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I tried it with the blue and white bottle. I think that was Luster Silk, and then I tried it with the red and gold. The Jerry Curl joint, the official. And that's why I wear hats now. Yeah, pretty much. So listen, man, your story is amazing, but I want to get my man DJ Easy Money back here. I want to talk to y'all both together and blend this conversation together, man. Yo, congratulations on all you're doing and everything you continue to do. Yo, so the relationship between you two, so it started with you getting your cut. And what keeps you coming back?
So interestingly enough, after I got my hair cut, Ernie and I were talking about events and his space, and I started having events in the space. And even once my hair grew back, Ernie and I would just keep the events going on. I mean, it's just the space for that. Like, the energy is right, and so that was really kind of what kind of kept us connected, is just continuing to do work together.
And when you see like the type of things that Whitney's doing in the creative space and just giving people outlet to be their freest versions of themselves, right. Like, how does that inspire you?
Oh man, I feel so proud. It's so beautiful to witness it. I mean, I myself have, had the pleasure of attending, several of her events, and then also collaborating with her. But, seeing it from both sides, seeing it from, just my first time going to Slow Drag and how I was impacted by it was just such a beautiful connection. And then, to watch it just continue to evolve and grow. It's just, it moves me to do the same, to just, live out my same ideas and, execute them and act on them, with some urgency.
And Whitney, speaking on E real quick, like giants don't necessarily have to row or bang their chest to let you know they're a giant, but E's doing some giant things for the community at large, creating these outlets. What inspires you most about how he moves?
Oh man, so first, I just love the fact that Ernie always has these great big ideas, and the passion behind them. That's like really inspiring for me, because I can tell him, like, I'm thinking about doing something. He's like, yeah, let's do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's no hesitation. I love that he just kind of moves in this way where it doesn't feel fearful. And for me, that is such an inspiration, because I'm learning to like move past the fear, even with the fear. And Ernie seems to, move in a way where it's like very fearless, to be able to have a space where it's this multifunctional environment where it is your barbershop, it's your therapy's office, it's your concert hall, it's your dance hall, it's your event space, it's your open mic space. Like, it's all of these things. I think that is really amazing. It's great to see. It's great to watch. And one of the things that I just absolutely love is, like, Ernie is the connector. I think that is a really admirable character trait in somebody who will say your name in rooms and speak highly of you and put you on and introduce you to folks, because some people are kind of like gatekeepers.
Yeah.
And Ernie is the exact opposite of that, and I really appreciate that.
The way music makes people feel, raise their vibration. The way a great haircut makes people feel, raise their vibration. Having a person who can aid and abet you into greatness,
right.
Without blinking,
Yep.
does so much for the morale and spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I see it and I feel it. Because, like, I operate in a similar space. Like I'll just be sitting here and like someone will say something and I can build an idea off of what you said, you know, not necessarily even just for myself, but like, yo, let's do it. How can I help? And to know that you have a soldier in that creative fight, like, you know, like, and you know, like it has to feel great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Look, man, this is my dog right here. Yeah, like I love our friendship, our business relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's golden because she's somebody that I can dream out loud around. You know what I'm saying? And I don't gotta worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it's gonna fall on some good ears.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta let it balance the ebb and flow of it all.
Yeah.
You know, for the mental health component as well, like, you know, how good do you feel when someone walks out of here feeling better?
Oh man, I feel just so blessed. It's so amazing to be in a position to be used in that way, you know, because as a youngster, I didn't consider myself to be a people person. So I was like, wow, I'm nice with the Clippers and I'm attracting all of these relationships, but I'm an artist at heart. So I'm like, really, I just want to be just to myself with my sketch pad or sitting at my drafting table, just creating, you know what I'm saying? But here it is, I'm exchanging so much energy with so many people, and it was just like, you know, confusing to me then, but now I get it that it's just a part of my purpose in life, and so I own it now, you know what I'm saying? And it feels amazing to do it.
So yeah, for you, when you come out of the chair, you know, like, I mean, there's nothing that can describe the feeling of just water hitting that scalp, good little massage, you know, or just, you know, all the things, right? Like, how do you feel when you walk out of, after getting service?
Oh man. Well, I will say like the very first time that I came here and got my hair cut, it was just a wonderful experience because one, I had never had a haircut like that before. So being a woman that's, you know, constantly had a head full of hair to go from having that to like damn near being bald, it was something to be, you know, something to acclimate to. But Ernie made me feel so comfortable. Like he was so affirming, really, you know, just being appreciative of me being in the space and then letting me know, like affirming me that, you know, I look good, that the haircut was fly. And it was so fly. Like,
True story.
you know what I'm saying? But just the fact that there was that affirmation here in this space and that I could get that, you know, from a man, you know what I mean? Because a big part of, you know, kind of moving as a woman is a lot of people that, you know, kind of attach your femininity to your hair. And so to have a man affirm that, you know, I'm still beautiful, I'm still fly, I'm still bad with this fly fade, like that felt really good.
Man, like, did you keep the hair when you cut it?
No.
Some people do that, like especially if they have the big chop.
Yeah, well, so like,
it up and tossed it.
yeah. So I had a big chop years ago when I was like 16. So I got it cut to like a little TWA. And my mom kept my hair when I got my hair cut that time. And I was like, girl, this gonna grow back. It's gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have to keep it. So I was like, I don't need to keep that. Go ahead and sweep that up, you know, and it'll come back. And it did.
And it did. Gloriously, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the past is the past. So, yo, man, I got this game we play, man. It's rapid fire. It's called Cut It or Keep It. I'm gonna throw something out there. You tell me whether or not you want to cut it or keep it. All right? All right. Booking a DJ strictly through DM. Rephrase the question. Booking a DJ strictly through DMs.
Cut it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that.
Fair enough. Coming to the barbershop without an appointment.
Cut it.
I would cut that too.
Oh, I thought you was offended because like you just walked in here a couple times.
Let me know when I could come.
Curated day parties with no talking, just vibes.
I'll keep that.
Keep that.
But the communication is a part of the whole like congregation of folks. You're like,
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because you gonna talk to who you want and need to talk to. You know what I'm saying? But the vibes is what everybody's gonna come for. So
Stay for the vibes.
Keeping that.
People talking loudly on FaceTime in the shop.
Cut that.
Cut that, please.
Please.
But have you ever been privy to a conversation that was just real, so interesting, you just wanted to know how that was going to play out?
Yes.
Of course.
Some hilarious ones, yeah.
Yo, I don't know if you ever had the opportunity to go to New York and ride like public transportation.
Yes.
But yo, the arguments that people be having, not only with people in real time, but like on the phone, like, yo, man, I just be wanting to follow them for the rest of the day just to see how their life gonna play out. You know what I mean? Charging extra for last minute cuts. Cut it or keep it.
Keep it.
What say you? It's okay to disagree. Like everybody don't gotta have the same
Listen.
opinion.
I would cut it. But I understand why you would want to keep it.
Okay. 2 song attention spans at events.
I'll definitely cut it.
Got you. Like when someone hits the dance floor, right? What is the adequate amount of time for someone to like continue to dance? Like, you know, like obviously as a DJ, you want them to dance through every record. But, you know, after a certain point, you know, you gotta understand, sometimes depending on what type of event you're throwing, people took naps just to come out here tonight.
True.
So like, so what is the song distance you want to see people go?
I mean, I think that 4 songs is like a nice little, you know what I mean? That's a nice little vibes, little work.
4, yeah, my heart is warm.
You know?
My heart is warm
like
if I can hold
that.
you for like a 4-piece spicy.
Wow. You know, I never thought about the marathon of that. To be honest with you, like, you know, because
I mean, that's like a good, you know, 15, 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
especially if it's songs from back in the day when songs were like, I don't know, like 5 minutes long a piece.
Exactly.
Now, man, songs be 2 minutes and cats be out of breath and winded.
That part.
Stop vaping.
That.
Dress code at Grodin sexy events. Cut it or keep it.
Keep it.
Got you. People asking for a celebrity cut with non-celebrity budgets.
Cut it.
Cut that.
So to you, what is a celebrity cut?
All right, so my first celebrity cut was shout out Big John, John Platt. I cut this cat in my basement, my mom's crib. He's my first celebrity client. John used to give me so much juice in the city. I'm a teenager, bro. Like, I got to hit clubs. You know what I'm saying? I was basically like a street team promotion kind of agent for him. He would hit me off with mixtapes. That was back when, like, we got our music through mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got introduced to all the new shit that way. And, so the fare for a celebrity cut is really like a relationship, you know what I'm saying, with somebody who has a certain status, you know what I'm saying, they can really lace you, you know what I'm saying? You lacing them, so.
Nah, that's real.
Yeah.
All right, so at the same time.
But if you ain't got it though, you ain't got it.
Yeah, not everybody got it. Fake it till you make it.
I'm not gonna help you cap it out.
All right, so I'm gonna need y'all to do this at the same time. What is a hairstyle that you never want to see come back again? 1, 2, 3.
The Jerry curl.
Okay, Jerry curl. Fair enough. What is it about the Jerry curl for you?
It's messy. You know, like I remember I had a cousin and, you know, it was just like Jerry curl activator on everything. And that's just not cute.
Sheets be looking like homework paper after dinner.
Yeah, like leaving behind your print like that is just, it's unnecessary.
No evidence.
Yeah.
The shag.
The chemicals definitely. Like,
now, DJ Easy Money, what you have to understand is that the shag has been historically the most hated hairstyle in the history of Trim and True. It's almost like when I throw that question out there in my mind, like my narrator in my head. Shag. What is it about the shag that you hate so much?
It's the black mullet, bro, and we can't have that. We can't have the black mullet, bro. It can't live.
Yo, and the crazy thing, you know where it started from, right?
No.
Dallas.
Oh, so that reverse fade with that heavy.
And the wild part, like, yo, I have never seen a city punched down at so hard. Because we don't know where the Jerry curl came from. No. We don't know where the hot top fade came from. Some people give it to Larry Blackman from Cameo. I am sure that there was some African king who like had a really sharp stone who was getting edged up. I don't know.
Did you ever rock it? Did
the hot top fade? Hell no. Like I just thought it was like I lived in Dallas, but
it's so
I wasn't
interesting because they get it. People are sculpting these things like the perfect little round little bob back there, yo, and it's so weird.
It's like the untrained tail. Like, you remember like when people used to get like the rat tail, but make a tail for the entire back. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I'm cool on that.
Nah, recently I just cut all my hair off because. A friend of mine, shout out Sherelle. So she was diagnosed with cancer and had to, get out in front of it. So she's like, yo, I'm cutting my joints. So she hits me up for that last minute cut. But, I cut her locks off for her. And as I'm cutting her, I was just like, yo, I'm going to, as an act of solidarity for your, bravery, I'm going to cut my joint off too.
Wow.
And yeah, so... Sorrel, dropped it to the floor for you, baby.
Yeah.
So what kind of style did you have prior?
I had what I call happy to be nappy.
Okay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just a good soul brother from the 70s kind of fro with the luscious naps, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's real, man.
Yeah,
like,
what I'm saying? Just powerful, moisturized. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Still flourishing at this big age.
Yeah, you can tell the people that God like more than others. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you and your plants are going to live a long time, man. So, yo, man, thank y'all so much for your energy. My brother, you and your plants are going to live a long time.
Word.
Seeing you success
Thank
on
you.
everything you got
Thank
going
you.
on. And if people want to follow you both, where do they go? Start with you.
So they can follow me at Audio Gumbo Productions. That's on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And at slowdrag.co.
Love it.
Yeah.
And you?
You are going to find me on IG at Ernie's in the Cut. There's also a geotag for that. So if you just search Ernie's in the Cut on Google, it'll pull you, you know what I'm saying? Pull you right on into the place to be. Also Hood Vision Art on Instagram as well. So that's my art brand. You can check out all of my happenings and different art exhibits and installations, activations, and so forth. And also just look for the name DJ Easy Money on any flyer. If you see that name, you probably want to slide.
Yeah.
You don't get them. That's Whitney. That's Ernie. Put it together as we. Keeping it trim and true. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Bless your Headkrack.
Yes,
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
been Trimming True, Barbershop Chronicles, episode 18. Big salute to my guy DJ Easy Money, also known as Nap King Cole, for showing us what it looks like to blend the hustle of the DJ booth with the precision of the barbershop. Yo, major love to Whitney Jones, the Audio Gumbo, and SlowDrag.co for reminding us how powerful it is to build spaces where people can be seen, heard, and feel free. If you felt this conversation, share it with somebody who loves culture, community, and a clean cut. Make sure you tap in with both of our guests, support what they're building, and stay locked in with Trimming True for more real stories behind the chair. I'm your host, Headkrack. Until next time, stay sharp, stay true, and remember, a good cut might change your look, but a real conversation can change your life. Peace.